Okay, so I have filmed high definition outside shots. I've filmed RC trucks, RC cars, RC helicopters. Hadn't gotten my boat yet, but anyway, weather outside is nice. So that means several things, but one, cold beer. Two, time to grill out. I'm going to show everybody how to make hamburgers using a big green egg grill slash smoker. So here are some of the things that you're going to need. Okay, first things first, you take your cold beer and you put it in your koozie. That's very important. Got to maintain the coolness. Okay, of course I'm using 80/20 hamburger meat, and my wife likes turkey burgers, so I'm going to make her some turkey burgers as well. Goes the same way. Going to use some salt and some pepper. Actually, that's salt, that's pepper. Fresh ground, of course. And I use Lowry's on my hamburgers. It really adds a lot of good flavor to it. So here's how I prep my burgers. I always use nitrile gloves, especially with chicken. Just makes cleanup easier. Anyway, here's how I prepare my hamburger. I'll just take this 80/20 hamburger meat and just make a patty. A lot of people use those patty formers and put it in a little press. I usually don't. I get a good amount, baseball size at least, not softball, it's a little too big. And just make your meat. Now, hamburgers generally have a tendency to blow up in the middle, especially when you cook them high heat. So what I do is I push in the center a little bit. Now this is a huge burger. It's obviously going to be mine. Anyway, I push in the center a little bit, just maybe a ½ inch. That way when it wants to balloon up on your grill, it'll actually keep it a relatively flat patty. Now that I've done pretty much working with the meat, I'm going to toss the gloves and put some pepper on there, just enough to taste. We're not talking doing, you know, pepper encrusted burgers this time. Maybe that'll be next time. Just a little pepper on there, fresh ground of course, and a little bit of salt. Not too much. Salt can tend to dry meat out, but if you use a little bit of it, you're good to go. Okay, Lowry's, very important, but you don't want to use too much. Just a good little dusting. Really adds flavor. All right, now that those are kind of sitting there for a little bit, I'm going to let that marinade or that rub soak in a little bit, sit there for a few minutes, simmer if you will, and go like the egg. Okay, just in case some of you are wondering what in the heck is a big green egg. Well, this is a big green egg. Green egg is a smoker slash grill based on the Komodo Oriental way of cooking, a Komodo oven. Basically, it's just a ceramic smoker. So it has a damper at the bottom, or a slide, and also one at the top. That's how you regulate your temperature. There is what's called a daisy wheel that goes on top. You can control the amount of airflow using it and the bottom damper based on how hot you want your cooker. Of course, temperature gauge on the front, you can see it goes all the way up to 750, and yes, I have buried that needle. Great for searing steaks, also great for pizza, great for shrimp, chicken, fish, deer. I've cooked pretty much everything imaginable on this thing. You can even put a cast iron skillet on it and do a stew. I've done breakfast casseroles, basically you name it. So what I'm doing now is I'm letting my fire build up really good and hot, because I'm going to basically sear these burgers. Man, I cannot wait. They are going to be so good. So let's let this get going. I'm going to throw the tater tots in the oven and season the other side of the hamburger patties. Okay, now the egg is ready. Going to throw the burgers on. And these are going to be good. Now close the lid. Let her go for 2 minutes. Okay, now important thing to remember is just barely open the lid just a little bit. I call it burping the egg. So I'm going to burp it. And now I'm going to flip these bad boys and now with that. Shut the lid down. Let it go for another 2 minutes. Okay, it's been cooking for almost 2 minutes now. Actually, now it's done. So, what we'll do is burp the egg again. And we'll put this back over. It's good and hot. Alright, shut the lid, close the bottom damper, and put the lid on it. Okay, they've been on there for 6 minutes, time to take them off. Little one for Xander, medium one for Avery, big one for Daddy, turkey burger for Mama. Alright, and that is how you cook hamburgers on a big green egg.